Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by the Criterion Collection. It can be found as a standard release, available at your local and online retailers. One of the things I love about the Western genre is that they all can be structured differently, not adhering to a set of rules in regard to filmmaking. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid is admittedly an uneven film at times, but I do feel that James Coburn and Kris Kristofferson were a bit too old to play their respective roles. That aside, it's a very interesting film about the famous outlaw and the lawman tracking him. There's something raw and dangerous about the world these characters live in, which gets sanitized in more modern-day takes on the genre. I do really enjoy the 50th anniversary version of the film, but the theatrical edition will always have a place as well. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has two 4K discs, disc 1 being the 50th anniversary release, and disc 2 the theatrical edition. The aspect ratio is 2:3:5:1, with native 4K resolution, and both support HDR and Dolby Vision. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. According to the Criterion Collection's website, both the 50th anniversary release as well as the original theatrical cut underwent a 4K digital restoration. I watched the 50th anniversary version in its entirety and went back and did some random spot checking on the theatrical cut, also in 4K, supported by Dolby Vision. Both cuts looked excellent in full 4K, but if I had to give the nod to one particular version, I would give it to the 50th. To my eyes, it's just a tad bit sharper, but really it's splitting hairs, and either version will be worth watching whatever your preference may be. Source-wise, the picture really benefits from the 4K restoration efforts, as most, not all, major blemishes have been eliminated. The picture also tends to shift in clarity in what I would assume are the reinserted scenes. I don't feel it's anything that would inherently take you out of the film itself, it's just an observation. Grain is resolved well, retaining its filmic appearance with no apparent signs of management. The image enjoys an appreciable boost in detail as close-ups look marvelous. When the camera gets up close, it's really easy to make out textures and facial features, dirty faces, and even more definition in wounds is visible. It's a bit unfair to do so, honestly, but if you were to pop in the preview cut of the film, which is located on the 4th Blu-ray disc, it's nowhere near as clear visually. As for the palette, the benefits from HDR and Dolby Vision are noteworthy as earthy tones dominate the visual aesthetic and are nicely emboldened. The grading is respectful of the color space and keeps things dialed in just right. Skin tones are natural and whites don't succumb to blooming. Night scenes look good and are properly deep. Shadow detail is also firmly on point. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports an LPCM 1.0 mono mix on both the theatrical and 50th anniversary release. Since both cuts of the film utilize the same 1.0 track, I of course did an A and B comparison, and it sounded pretty much the same. There was some restorative effort also with the audio mix, which I feel has probably eliminated most potential source imperfections or anomalies in the track itself. Dialogue reproduction is clean with no issues, and in-film action involving gunfire is presented well. In addition to some previously made available bonus features such as an archival interview with James Coburn and a theatrical trailer, Criterion's new offerings include a 48-minute making-of and a featurette, Denon in Durango. The making-of is a truly fascinating bit of cinematic history with interviews from not only James Coburn and Kris Kristofferson, but various other creatives and those involved with the production, talking about their film and recollections. Denon in Durango is a bit shorter, but also speaks about Bob Dylan's involvement in the film and its soundtrack. Both of these featurettes are easily worth the price of admission, in addition to the aforementioned preview cut of the film, which I consider a bit of an extra in its own right. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A. No matter which version of the film you choose, the 50th anniversary or the theatrical cut, you're getting a very solid visual presentation on the 4K format. This is cinematic history, and it was given the respect it deserves from the Criterion Collection. For the audio mix, I scored it an A-. It may be only a 1.0 audio track, but its overall quality is certainly a very high caliber one. Purists will no doubt enjoy this one from start to finish. For the extras, I graded them an A. There may not be a lot quantity-wise, but the quality in the making of and Bob Dylan featurette are very rewarding supplements for owners of this disc. If you love both Westerns and Hollywood history, this will no doubt have you covered. So that is my review of Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from the Criterion Collection. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave a direct Amazon link in the comment section. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.